And today we're reacting to the most shocking zoo attacks. Thank y'all so much for turning this channel up, bruh. Sorry I didn't post yesterday. That's on me. That's my fault. But I'm gonna make sure I keep these coming. Y'all keep showing love on them because y'all been going crazy. But thank y'all so much for the love because you post the Twitter stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 5 or 6 p.m. Man, let it Shit. Oh! Nigga got bit on his leg muscle.
What happens when the bars between us and a predator stop being enough? Some say zoos are safe, that wild animals, once caged, become harmless.
For all my people from Dallas, this was years so long ago, but do y'all remember when the gorilla escaped from the Dallas Zoo?
But what if one risky move, one careless step is all it takes? In this video, we uncover 5 shocking cases where humans underestimated the wild, and nature struck back with the jaws, scars, and blood.
Have y'all seen this movie? Man, this movie's so, man.
But as always, viewer discretion is advised.
Appreciate it.
On June 6, 2022, 19-year-old Hassanal Arifin was spending the day at the Kasang Kulim Zoo in Indonesia with his friend. Being the only zoo in the Riau province, the site is a popular attraction for local residents and houses over 100 animal species. But Hassanal wasn't there just to see animals. A little-known blogger, he was determined to find content for his TikTok account, hoping that this time, one of his videos might finally go viral. While walking around the zoo, he found his perfect moment to shine. The orangutan enclosure that was unattended.
Fuck no.
The staff were on their lunch break, and the area appeared clear. Inside the enclosure was the future star of his video, Tina, a 15-year-old female orangutan known for being socially interactive. She was frequently seen engaging with both visitors and staff, especially during feeding and cleaning routines. So, seeing no soul nearby, Hassanal decided to act. He climbed over the barrier into
whatever comes next, I'm glad it happened. Some niggas gotta learn. There's millions of examples and signs and warnings and all that everywhere. But he says for virality, I need to get in this orangutan enclosure.
to a restricted zone near Tina's cage. His friend stayed behind the barrier, ready to capture every moment on the camera. At first, everything seemed fine. Hassanal stretched his arms toward Tina. She walked up to the bars, watching him with curiosity. For a few seconds, their interaction appeared calm, even playful. Then, suddenly, Tina lunged.
Come here. Give me that shirt. Come here.
She grabbed Hassanal's shirt and yanked him forward. Her other hand, and even one of her feet, locked onto his leg. Hassanal screamed in fear and nearly lost his balance as he tried to escape the grip of the wild animal.
Damn. So what was her plan whenever he got close? Bite his shit? That's what I would have did if I was her. Not what? Hey, man, that's on me. No, I meant his leg or something. That's on me. That's on me. That's my fault. Bite his leg. I should have been more specific.
His friend panicked and rushed to help. He pulled at Hassanal and kicked Tina's arm in a desperate attempt to break her hold. But Tina didn't let go. In fact, she gripped his leg even tighter. Other zoo visitors, hearing the commotion, began shouting for help. Zoo staff returned to the scene and tried to calm Tina down. After several tense moments, they were finally able to free Hassanal. The physical strength of orangutans is often underestimated. Adult orangutans can exert grip forces of over 300 psi and pull with more than 600.
What's a grown man got? 100 to 200.
Pounds of
I
force.
I don't know how to read that.
At nearly 50 kilograms, Tina could have easily caused serious injury, even in a non-aggressive or playful state. But Hassanal got extremely lucky. He walked away with only a few scratches and bruises on his leg and arm. Following the incident, Hassanal was permanently banned from Kasang Kulim Zoo.
The
young TikToker later issued a public apology and admitted fault. His video, however, went viral, but many online viewers mocked him, while others condemned his reckless actions. Facing backlash, he deleted his social media accounts and never achieved the fame he had hoped for. The next case also involves a man who ignored safety rules in pursuit of a cool photo, but his lack of attention cost him much more than just a few scrapes. Eric Saladaga Vista was never known as a risk taker or someone chasing viral fame. At 29, he was living with a serious mental illness and had traveled to the Philippines as a tourist, quietly exploring local attractions in hopes of improving his condition. One of the places marked on his travel list was the Cabug Island Mangrove and Wetlands Park in Zamboanga, Sibugay. On April 28, 2025, Eric arrived at the site for what was meant to be a relaxing day of sightseeing, maybe a few animal photos to remember the trip. While walking along the...
Shout out to everybody that'll do a trip like this, bro. Not me. If it's time for me to relax, I'm going to a resort. I'm relaxing. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my mind off some shit. I'm going to a place where it's safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm relaxing. I'm chilling. Man, give me a little alchemy. I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that goes on excursions and walks shit like this, because it wouldn't be me.
Park's trail. He noticed a fenced cage. Inside was what Eric assumed to be a crocodile statue, since the animal lay completely still, unmoving under the sun.
Nigga said a statue.
Despite the enclosure being surrounded by a chain link fence and marked with clear warning signs, Eric decided to climb over and stepped inside.
Bro, yeah, fuck Eric, bro. Hey, look, listen. It might sound harsh, my nigga, but everybody that fuck around, come on, bro. And when have you ever topped a fence and in your brain was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this? Every fence we've hopped like this where you gotta climb over, y'all know we wasn't supposed to be doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was something there or something we wasn't supposed to be doing, climbing up. That's why it's there.
For a better photo. Phone in hand, he approached the statue with confidence. Bystanders shouted at him to stop and get out, but Eric didn't react. He smiled and posed beside the animal as if nothing was wrong.
What?
Then suddenly, the statue moved. The crocodile lunged, locking its powerful jaws around Eric's arm. Within seconds, it grabbed his leg as well and dragged him into the shallow water inside the enclosure.
No!
There, it began a brutal
this is Buddy?
maneuver. The crocodile's infamous death roll. Eric screamed in pain as shocked tourists watched the horrifying scene unfold.
Yeah, because we can't do it. We can't help. We cannot help you, bro.
Some reached for their phones to record, while others immediately ran for help. It was now clear. The predator wasn't a statue. It was a live, fully grown saltwater crocodile, roughly 4.5 meters long.
Eric!
Lele. According to park staff, she had no history of aggression, but this time, instinct took over.
I mean, what else is a fucking wild crocodile? Or, I guess not wild, but what else is a crocodile supposed to do? A crocodile don't have like, hey, stop, hey, no, you don't bite. So when you get by come on, bro.
Eric remained trapped in the enclosure for a shocking 30 minutes while staff scrambled to figure out how to get him out. He was conscious the entire time, sitting in the water, screaming and crying in pain as blood spread around him.
Oh, God.
Eventually, one of the staff members threw a concrete object at Lele, striking her hard enough to force her to release Eric from her grip.
Damn it.
Emergency responders quickly arrived at the scene.
Wait, I'm sorry. So he saw this.
Release Eric from her grip.
He saw this gate. Now, this isn't... I thought the way they had the thing shown at first, it was a gate where you go. If anything, this is clear. This is a clear, hey, you don't climb this. I never would have climbed over a gate that looked like this. This looks like danger. This screams danger.
Emergency responders quickly arrived at the scene. On site, they worked to control the bleeding and stabilize Eric. He was then transported to Dr. George T. Hofer Memorial Hospital, where doctors treated deep bite wounds on his arm, thigh, and shoulder. The death roll had caused severe soft tissue damage, requiring more than 50 stitches.
Shit.
Despite the severity of his injuries, Eric survived. Crocodiles are among the most physically powerful predators in the animal kingdom, with bite forces exceeding 3,700 psi. But it's the death roll that's especially lethal. A spinning maneuver designed to rip limbs, shred muscle, and overwhelm prey within seconds.
Imagine getting caught in that shit right there, boy. Damn. But like the continuous one, you know, what's this crocodile name? Whatever, Layla something. She looked out for the nigga by only hitting him with a little back roll. You know what I'm saying? Nigga like me, crocodile like me. Oh yeah, I just got me some new human flesh. The taste of human flesh. You fucked it up for everybody now. Cause all the people that come in, the people that know what they're doing, I'm trying to get another taste of that, bro.
Lele spun longer or bitten deeper. The outcome could have been fatal.
Oh,
The
yeah.
incident prompted a temporary shutdown of the park. Wildlife authorities launched a full investigation and ordered new safety
What?
measures, including stricter fencing, more visible signs, and 24/7 surveillance. And
Okay.
while Eric continues to recover,
He need to pay a
both
fine.
physically and mentally, the next case in our list brings
You need
more
to pay some
questions
shit.
than
A
answers,
fine.
and ends in the most tragic outcome possible.
We gotta be deaf.
Wait, that means no. We learned that lesson yesterday.
I couldn't imagine fighting one of these, bro. This is scary, I ain't gonna lie. The man that punched that kangaroo in the face for his dog, I commend him, bro. Because unless it was my child, that would have been hard to get my dog out of that. I would have had to work up a lot of courage.
You won.
A lighthearted video filmed at 5 Star Farm in Loris, South Carolina on April 29, 2025 quickly made its way around the internet. In it, 52-year-old Eric
I ain't
Samuel
seen
Slate
this.
was seen playfully boxing a kangaroo named Jack inside the zoo's enclosure. 5 Star Farm is a small family-operated petting zoo owned by Robert Slate, Eric's younger brother. And Eric wasn't just a visitor. He was actively involved in the day-to-day operations on the farm. He was known for his passion for animals and his hands-on care, especially with Jack, the
He was.
kangaroo in the video. On the evening of May 9th, 2025, just 10 days after the viral video was filmed, Robert Slate entered the kangaroo enclosure to check on the animals and close out the day's work. But instead of routine feeding or cleanups, he found something terrible. The lifeless body of his brother, Eric, lying inside the enclosure. In shock, Robert immediately called emergency services.
No.
Horry County Police and paramedics arrived at the scene shortly after and confirmed the worst. Eric was dead due to multiple blunt force injuries. With no weapons involved and no other people in the enclosure at the time, police pointed to one obvious conclusion: an animal-related fatality. While kangaroo attacks on humans are extremely rare, with only 2 fatal incidents officially confirmed in nearly 90 years, they do happen, typically when the animal feels threatened, cornered, or overstimulated. Adult kangaroos are capable of delivering serious, even lethal damage.
Right.
A kangaroo's kick can exceed 850 psi, with enough impact force to break bones or
Ooh, right in your shit.
rupture organs. While their hind leg swipe generates over 8,800 pounds per foot a
Is
second,
that what happened to my
around
nigga Eric?
6 times stronger than an average untrained human. Given that Eric had a history of entering the kangaroo pen and roughhousing with Jack, and that he entered the enclosure again on the day of the accident, investigators suspected the kangaroo may have responded with deadly force,
It was on some, oh yeah, so you thought I was playing.
marking what could be the 3rd confirmed fatal kangaroo attack on record. To this day, 5 Star Farm continues to operate, but Jack remains under quarantine for observation. And
Damn, so they
while
still...
the grieving Slate family awaits final autopsy and toxicology results,
Oh, they don't know.
our next case is far
Damn, so they still don't even know. They don't even know if it was my nigga that did that. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom, yo.
less mysterious, but no less terrifying. On the morning of June 12, 2022, 23-year-old zookeeper Jose de Jesus was performing a routine task, feeding one of the Bengal tigers at a private zoo in Periban, Michoacan, Mexico. But this time, instead of using special tools or safety equipment, Jose chose to feed the tiger directly through the bars of its enclosure. A risky decision, even for an experienced handler. At first, everything seemed calm. Jose approached the enclosure, called the tiger over, and the animal slowly walked.
This the real footage? This is how he... What?
Seemed calm. Jose
Oh, no. Niggas get too comfortable, bro. I think this is the moral of the shit in regards to these niggas. Nigga got too comfortable. He put his hand through the little gate part, bro.
approached the enclosure, called the tiger over, and the animal slowly
Give me that. All that took. Look how his eyes are looking. He really leaving that hand right there. Look, he said, bro, what? He really leaving that hand? This shit finna be too easy. That's how I'm thinking.
walked up, seemingly
that.
relaxed. He then reached through the bars and gently stroked the predator's neck.
Tripping.
Then, in an instant, the tiger turned and clamped its jaws around Jose's right hand. The poor man screamed in agony and tried to pull away, but the predator refused to let go, even attempting to drag him further into the enclosure.
No, give me some more of
Bengal
that.
tigers are among the endangered species, and at the same time, the most dangerous species on Earth. With a bite force of up to 1,050 psi, enough to crush bone and tear through muscles in seconds.
Bro, I
And
know
once a
his
predator
shit
like
was...
this has you in its jaws, escaping without help is nearly impossible. But unfortunately, by the time zoo staff managed to rush in and free Jose, he had already lost a
his whole arm was off of his body.
significant amount of blood. The man was transported to a local hospital and later transferred to a larger facility in Morelia due to the severity of his injuries. His right hand was nearly destroyed, and doctors urgently recommended amputation to prevent infection and further blood loss.
Yes, we must
To make
cut his
matters
shit
worse,
off.
Jose had pre-existing diabetes, which severely compromised his ability to recover, so immediate action was critical. However, while still conscious, Jose refused the amputation.
Jose, you got...
Just 2 days after the attack, on June 14th, he suffered a fatal heart attack in the hospital and never...
Jose! Damn it, man. Come on, man. Fucking around, bro.
recovered. Following the incident, Mexico's Federal Environmental Agency, Profepa, launched an investigation into the zoo's conditions.
What is there to investigate other than the animal got him? Oh yeah, we see what happened. He got his shit chomped. Chomped.
Found the tiger was being kept improperly, with inadequate containment measures. But as often happens in Mexico, no one was charged. Well, at the very least, the tiger was relocated to a licensed zoo in Morelia. Our last case also involves a feline predator, and while it's no less tragic, it's even more horrific, because this time, the entire shocking attack was captured on camera.
No.
Until the very last breath. Lion Park, located in the Parkent district of Uzbekistan, is the region's first private petting zoo. Home to 7 animal species, its greatest pride was a group of 17 African lions. One of the zoo's longtime employees, 44-year-old F. Iruskalov, was no stranger to these predators. He had worked with them for years and was familiar with their routines. But on December 17, 2024, while on duty, Iruskalov made a fateful decision. Wanting to take advantage of his position and to impress his girlfriend, Iruskalov...
So it's a problem with niggas sometimes, bro. We trying to flex and show we got this and put ourselves in uncomfortable positions to show that we like that, bro. It's unfortunate just to lose your life to a tiger or to a lion. Now, if a nigga were to tell somebody, oh yeah, Dior passed away. What happened? A lion attack. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. A nigga had to tell my people, when they tell my son, a lion. What? Yeah, I know. What? I'm sorry. Can I ask what? How did? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of. It's kind of hard.
decided to film himself inside the lion enclosure. At around 5 a.m., he unlocked the gate and walked into the pen, with his phone recording.
This don't even look safe. This look like we plotting on you, bro.
He approached 3 adult lions, calling one Simba. He stroked its mane and softly spoke to the animals, repeating, "Stay quiet, be calm." At first, the lions appeared relaxed and non-aggressive, but several minutes later,
Ho! It's not funny, bro. Stop laughing, nigga. Bro. The like change in I'm on your ass. This thing, look how you looking. You really doing this? You really think this shit?
minutes later, one of the
I'm on
lions
that.
suddenly lunged. The video captured the shocking moment. It knocked Iruskalov down. Screams echoed as the lions attacked together. mauling him with claws
No!
and teeth. Iriskulov cried out, begged, and tried to calm them, but it was too late. The camera kept rolling.
They got a taste of, it was the blood, bro. When these bloodthirsty animals get a taste of human blood, bro.
Until it finally faded to black, with his last words hauntingly being, "Be quiet."
That must be the words. That must be the shit to make them chill.
4 hours later, at around 9 a.m., other zoo staff arrived to begin their shift. What they found was the enclosure opened and 3 lions missing.
Oh,
But
no.
inside the cage, they discovered something far worse: the partially eaten remains of their colleague. In the wild, lions are cooperative hunters. They ambush and kill in groups, using speed and brute force to overpower prey. In Iriskulov's case, simply entering their space was enough to trigger their predatory response.
We on that.
Sudden movement proximity, or even eye contact, may have...
And then 3 of them missing? 3, where they at? You looking around? Damn.
Escalated the situation. And once the first lion pounced, the rest followed. A criminal investigation was launched immediately. Police began an urgent search for the 3 escaped lions. After several hours of intensive efforts, 2 lions were found and safely tranquilized. But the 3rd lion was deemed too aggressive and was fatally shot by a local hunter. It's hard not to question. How is it that humans put wild animals behind bars, invade their space, and then kill predators for behaving like predators? Still, the zoo director faced some consequences as well. He was charged for violating labor protection rules and sentenced to 3 years of restricted liberty. But was ultimately...
What?
Ultimately...
I didn't tell that nigga to do that shit! I ain't tell that nigga to go in there!
Released in the courtroom. Yet, perhaps most shocking of all, despite the tragedy, no new safety regulations or reforms were ever passed. If it seems like zoos are the safest way to observe wild animals, and that bars, fences, or cages make any actions risk-free, these stories prove otherwise. Since 1990, nearly 761 people have been injured in zoos worldwide, and 157 have lost their lives. And the terrible cases we've covered today are part of that chilling statistic, because predator instincts don't disappear in captivity.
Yeah, bro, that's just in their nature, bro. That's crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, sub up, comment the business channel. I appreciate y'all great for y'all, but we gone. Eddie led those.